Hey everybody, welcome back. It hurts. It hurts to come so close. What about, oh my god. Pure chance? This seems like my kind of challenge. Volatile gauge, which is Snecko Eye. The path you take on the map is chosen automatically. Your champion is randomly replaced by one that is not from your allied clan. Alright. We will random then. Well, it seems like we have very little impact on this one. So we've got Awoken, Hellhorned, but our champion is the Rector. Alright. So Queen's Tail was really good for us. And we are summoning imps. I think this is actually still really good, even though the draw off this is nice too. Then if you get one imp being endless, it's like it's a free play. Now you haven't Burnout 3, we do not like, because we have no means to bring back the Burnout because we're not the Melting. So we kind of have to go Resolve, but I kind of like it. It's not a ton of damage right off the bat for sure. Oh, I can turn that on. But we will bring out imps. The imps will die, they'll get brought back into our hand. Every turn we'll play them, they'll generate energy and draw for us. So there's a lot to like, quite frankly. Yeah, we still like this, though it looks funky. Why oh, because we have Volatile Gauge, you cost 2. That makes sense. Okay. So this is actually pretty much the way we want this to go right now, believe it or not. Now, our draw is just unbelievable right off the bat. So, I'm like, how are we going to play this? I feel like you having consume the Wildwood Sap is valuable. You're gonna die. Well, you're not gonna die to spikes right away. We got like a problem up here. We got a real issue. But I almost feel like just putting as many heals on you as possible, or as many upgrades on you as possible, is gonna pay some dividends for us. Though it doesn't look amazing presently. Okay, so the Pyre's not taking any damage. That's pretty cool. You're dead. We could kill you, but we don't really have to. Kind of like you. I think you benefit the most from the rage here, and then like getting another 2 of those, I think might be the play. It's certainly strange. I think you're dying anyway, yeah, so we're not worried about it. 103 damage, huh? Definitely feel like this kills you. Alright. That went fine. That went fine, but I'm a little concerned is maybe not the right word. I feel like we don't want any of these, because Volatile Gauge is going to make them pretty nasty. But I feel like Vent is almost like the opposite. Like Vent always being an X card, I think. I guess we'll be going this way. Is very helpful. I do feel like a Steelworker is a decent tank. Now a holdover spell. Something to be said about a holdover ritual of battle. And then maybe, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Vent, I know we just took it. It consuming is still, in my mind, pretty good. I think the -1 still works. I don't know why we're rushing. We could slow it down. We don't have to go with this prodigious pace. Enemy units do more damage. Yes. Okay. Sorry, as you might expect, I'm on my headphone cord. Okay. Okay. How do we do this? We love a Steelworker. It's kind of a cursed start. But I think, believe it or not, this is your play. As bad as it looks, I think that's your play. Now we want, these imps are just too expensive for us right now. So you will do 20 on 0, so we love that. We want to spend. What do we want to spend on? I have to say, getting a couple of imps out there and murdered so that they come back every turn for 0 is now my highest priority. Oh, but one of them didn't die because we did... Okay, but that's fine. Excuse me, where's my... Oh, maybe... I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. But we do love this. That's fine. We also love you getting some extra rage. Who cares about the incant here? We have 3 energy remaining. I would say this is a 2... You're taking 4? I guess there's a 2-1. It's a 2-1. Alright, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Always gonna like that. We do have one more imp. It's not incredible, but you know what, we can get away with that. But how are we going to kill you? We need a vent, which is impossible. So, let's get this going. You're going to do damage to our pyre. I can't stop you. So we'll go for the heal here. And then we might as well put another train steward down. The sweep is like... It's not good. The sweep is going to hurt us quite a lot here. Okay, so we definitely do not mind this, but it's not... it's not good enough to keep it moving. But I'm like, dude, I don't know. If we just make our champion strong enough, I guess we got nothing to worry about. They do have Rage 38. But I'll be the first to tell you this is highly goofy. You need to live through an attack. You need to live through 2 attacks, I think. So this, if it worked, would help. Sweep, I was just going to say, sweep doesn't move the needle at all here. 91, huh? $111. $131. No change. $133. You're gonna hit our pyre twice, but we're gonna live. All right, all right. I mean, this was weird, but we did live. It was easy too. It wasn't even hard. So I think this is actually really good for us. It's an expensive card to begin with. These, I'm not sold on it. Although I will say, I actually think a welder helper could help us with our survivability problems. And then a real tank. I don't know what you're going to block for. But I think we have enough heals that we're not using well right now that you could actually become pretty solid for us. Really was hoping we were going to go the other way. Just throwing that out there. More heals the merrier. I don't know. I guess Horned Warrior can work to back up our tank. Trigger a unit's extinguish ability without killing it. Well, we're not going to have any of those. Remove burnout effects. Apply +3 and burnout 1 to friendly units. Hindsight probably should have realized that that was a definite prospect that could definitely come to pass. Constructed explosives explode twice. You're gonna think this is unbridled optimism in the face of insurmountable odds. I actually think we're like pretty fine. Though I understand your cynicism. I'm just thinking it right now. Okay, I'm just studying it. You know how dogs is and all that. So this is what we want. But I also want you to... No, because I want these two to die for sure. If I put you up here, though, you're not going to die. You're going to go down to 1. You're going to die next turn. Which is what we want, again. But, okay, we need you to get out there for certain. But first, that's fine. That's fine. You're not taking any damage. We're pleased with this. You honestly fit in quite nicely right here. We'll give you one of those. We want you to tank up as soon as possible, so we're going to give you one of those too. Alright, then, you know, you deal with the cards you got here. This is a good vent, for sure. So we know we like that. The question is, do we play our Steelworker? Our Steelworker, 2/2, would live. So we can play them. I think we vent on this floor, honestly, and let the chips fall where they may down here. You're both dying. That's wonderful news. So I'm actually like... Well, are we gonna... Yeah, we can vent up there for 0. So somebody should have rage, but I actually think it should be you. If we're gonna vent for 0... Would we rather... Do we want to vent for 0? Would we rather play it here? No, because we want you to die for sure. We'd rather play it up here. But we do want you to die anyway. I think we might not play anything and leave that vent for later. Touch weird. It's a touch weird. I wouldn't deny the weirdness of it, okay? Wouldn't dare. We'd love to stop you from getting away. So one thing we could... I don't mind this to keep you alive. You're the only one living, huh? Alright, well, I'll tell you what then. You can come up here. You're not really doing that much for the time being, but you can come up there. And then in terms of... Oh, you're burning out. That's such good news, dude. I want you to keep getting stronger. We can't put up any extra tanks for you. Well, tanks for nothing. You have burnout 3. I'm not going to summon you. Even for the draw. We'd rather summon you this turn. Okay, so this is a nightmare. But Vent actually does incredible work for us here. Everything's fine on the bottom, too. So, you got Burnout 2. Help this guy out. Take a little slice of that. Vent for 0 will do amazing work for you. You keep getting stronger. Get some spikes. Get more heals. I don't mind you making it one extra floor up. In my heart of hearts, I believe this is going to work. Though a touch goofy now. I believe in its abilities. I think this is your play. So first floor. I don't have high hopes for our first floor. This is the floor that I'm like, there's no way you're getting past. So Rage is doing... If we could get Rage artifacts... I mean, we don't have much control over it at the end of the day regardless. I do feel like capacity is a bit of a problem, but we should really think about it. Unleash the Wildwood is so good. Demon Fiend is like... It's a little tempting because of Volatile Gauge, but I'm thinking about capacity. So I'm like, you... and you makes 4. We don't need anything. We do want you and you on the same floor, which is 5. Don't necessarily need anything. I think if we're going to play a Demon Fiend, though, and we are, we're going to go for capacity. Energy is less of a concern, kind of, because of Volatile Gauge. Like, new Volatile Gauge means it's actually... This is the right path, thank you very much. Means it's actually, if anything, almost more of a concern, but... This is how we're going to roll it for the time being. 7 energy on the first turn of battle. That is pretty good still. Yeah. Reform 2 additional units and apply an additional +5. Definitely not like long term what we're going for. And we can't like we're not going for like reforming imps over and over so they do damage. We're doing it so that we can get the Wombo combo. It's a great turn to have the vent going. Alright, so how would you set this up? It makes sense. The Demon Fiend should be on a floor where it gets to attack most often. You could put a tank in front of it. You could. Yeah, I mean, you could get away with that. And then you could set this up on this floor. Still have 7 energy left, huh? So we'll want to vent for 0. Which I think means we want to just do it like this. It's actually, like, pretty good. Alright, so you guys are getting creamed. There's some gimmies here. We know this has to come out. And then Ritual of Battle is just always, for 0, is just so freaking good. We need targeted backline damage. Like, we're suffering in a big way from not having that. Honestly, healing you is worth something, but not right away, because these guys are going to skip you. I think making sure you get the kill so that the top floor doesn't get overwhelmed is worth quite a lot here. We didn't bring anything back there, which is unfortunate. You're taking 5. Nobody cares. But what we do care about... I think I got my turn set up. At some point, is 110 damage enough? It's enough. So we should put Ritual of Battle on someone else. Because we can keep it moving around. Without any trample or anything, we don't need to raise our rage higher than like 1 kill would deem necessary. 33 of 50. I mean, Unleash the Wildwood here is for the best. We want you to die, so let's make sure that comes out. 108s. We do have a boss coming, so I know this looks counter to what I was saying earlier, but... we do have a problem. We're not going to do 105 damage to this guy, so our pyre is gonna is gonna be in a bit of a spot, regardless. But so I think hitting you for an extra little bit of damage is worth a lot, and then this pays for itself. 66. You are gonna only hit us once, which is worth a lot to me. Now I'm like, there's a couple of things. I don't mind giving you extra armor. Oh, we can't afford to play you anymore because I'm stupid. How's that? Like, our middle floor is not that impressive anymore. We are... well, we're killing you on this. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, we got nothing to worry about then. You are roasted and toasted. I still think focused growth is really good for us. I don't see these. Anything that's cheap is not suitable for me. We want expensive things. That's Rojo Caliente. That's a reference to the song Rojo Caliente. It's not a popular song, but it did go viral at my university because a lady that went to my university sang it. I will give you some coins. Super lucky, and like the rage artifact is exactly what we're looking for there too. We're just like, by the grace of Good Shepherd Entertainment, we're pogging up here. Donkey, donkey. I think more Ritual of Battle is fine. But the next thing we want is Trample or Multi-Strike so we can deal with width in waves. That's been a real problem. I think we could totally turn on spikes. We got a lot of heals. We got some spikes of our own. So there's some danger here. Donkey dunk. Dunka dunka. Donkey dunka. Donkey donkey. So I mean, I think you like this. And then I don't think we're playing... I guess we probably will play the Horned Warrior, but honestly with only 4 HP, I'd rather give the rage to a unit that's likely to live a little longer. So with so much energy, we might as well play that, see what we draw. You're not dying. You are dying. Okay. It's weird, like I want the Welder Helper to die ASAP. So let's set it up like this. And we will put you here. We'll try to put the other tank in front of you. I don't know if it's going to work out, but seems sensible. Oh, you died to spikes, maybe. Let's go. That's big. Sorry. Because he's dazed, he's not bringing anybody back on turn 1. That's fine. Do we have cheap imps? No. Alright, so Demon Fiend is very important. Everything else, not so much. Oh, that's still fine, but I'm disappointed in myself slightly. Alright, so we did get to bring our Welder Helper back this time. It's got Burnout 1, so I just love that play right there. You're insanely dead. I don't know if there's anything we could do about that, quite frankly. We had already played an imp, so that wasn't even a very good play, quite frankly. Could play this to heal for 10, but that doesn't really get me out of bed, honestly. I think we got problems. The resolve is finally triggering in a way that's useful for me, and we needed the vent. Thankfully, we got it. Okay, so you have to get played. We have cheap imps, though. Those are first. Okay, so that's big money. You are now dying, which is wonderful news. The Awoken Hollow gets out there. he's not looking great. We're going to give you a little support here, okay? Because you're not looking so strong right now. We only have 3 energy. We can still hit you with one of those. You're living. We can hit you with one of these. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up. And all these guys are dead anyway. And all of a sudden, you're going to become... You're going to become quite the asset. Take one of these. Take one of these and call me in the morning or whatever. Still probably want a tank here. And then for you, I'm like, just take some extra rage. We already got some HP on you. Alright, Horned Warrior came back. I don't know how we feel about that. Okay, you're all dead. That's what we like to see. You need to heal. What are we doing on this floor? 21 damage, huh? Pretty bad. Pretty bad situation. 61 damage. A little better. A little better. 156. You're burning out. So that's... We should really apply our rage to a unit that does not have burnout. That's my suggestion. I mean, I think we're doing pretty well considering the circumstances. We're doing 387. I would still probably apply it here. 477, 567, 567. You're dead. Wonderful. Wonderful news. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. So Awoken Hollow can actually get to 135 HP. And of course the imps get extra benefits. But yeah, that's good enough, especially when we can actually bring them back. I still think Focused Growth is doing great stuff. We don't need anything that costs less than 1, that's for sure. Some 1-cost cards even I'm not totally sold on. Where are we going? We're going left, okay. Let's see what we got in the Crystal Caverns. Stronger unit or smaller unit? I definitely feel like Major is still workable for us because we took capacity. 60-34 or a 45-45. That could actually be a 45-165. Or do we want you to be a tank by default? Here's the thing. He tends to run his own floor. Demon Fiend is an option as well, but this Awoken Hollow tends to run his own floor the way we got it set up right now. I'm not convinced of the fact that people say like, oh, you know, the minor refraction is always the way to go. I don't care if you've run the analysis on it. I don't buy it. I don't exclusively buy it. Let's put it that way. All right. So I think our root seeds are worth purging, but let's do a reroll too. Double stack to cost 1 extra. Yarp. And the root seeds are not doing much for us. Not doing nothing, but not doing much. Because I think this works, we're gonna do that. It does apply, I believe. Alright. Oh no, it's the Animus? Okay, okay. Or Arcus, I should say. Looming is an incant, and Shattering is... Rally? Oh, Harvest. We do have units die, but it's the incant we gotta watch out for the most. Assuming Volatile Gauge doesn't override it the next time we draw the cards. It's still, you want to watch out for it. Okay, so you're the incant floor. We're totally fine with that. You would definitely start here and see what you draw. You love a Demon Fiend on the bottom. We love Rector on the top. I think we can do it like this. You might say, give the HP, or give the heals, give the buffs to this guy because he's in the back, but I'm really worried about one sweep unit just screwing this whole thing up for us. So we're gonna give everything to this guy. He had 1 HP for real, huh? Okay, so we can't have anything get harvested on that floor. Really not a problem at all. Summon effects trigger twice. That's amazing. So we need you to come out. And we want to heal you as soon as possible and as much as possible because you're pogged. Fully pogged. You should probably take Rage. I thought about the Welder Helper getting the double summon, but look at the size of this lad. See, there's our sweep unit that I'm so concerned about. So, I'd really probably like you to get to 156 HP, but first we need to play you. Although, what do you have? You're an Incant. Okay, we gotta be careful. That's still what we wanted. Rage, we can always just give the Rage to you instead. And let's split the difference, because again, we don't have multi-strike, so I think it's important. There you go. Alright, so you're just, like, disgusting. I would like... You're actually doing fine. Honestly, you know what? You're doing okay. You're gonna die. We don't really care that much. You're what we're concerned about, and even that's not that bad. I think we should just get... It's an Incant? It is an Incant. We actually prefer that you die here. I think we'll do that. It's kind of minor, but... Save that vent for a rainy day. When a unit of ours dies, we're in trouble, so we're not going to sweat that. Honestly, put a Steelworker up here. Save us some trouble. And then you're doing fine, but you could use some HP. I think that's fair to say. You could use some HP. So why don't we want as many regen triggers as possible on you. Let's give you some spikes. We need to heal you on this turn. And I think this is the best way to do it, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to get some more rage out there, I think it's the best way to do it. Alright, so this is again an Incant. We do not care at all. I can't care. I don't know. Thought maybe it would be funny, but it wasn't. So sue me. Alright, little extra. Little extra. Little extra. Guess what? Welcome back to life. I don't know if we should keep bringing this guy back, honestly. Just thinking. 51. Well. Helpful. You're dead. Okay, that's what we're looking for. You're dying, everything else is fine. This is Harvest, so we are going to get some trash in our deck this time. Not that much we can do about it. You should take more spikes. You don't really need more heals. I think you maybe benefit the most from that. We could stay alive. Although you're going to die to burnout. I don't know. Do we care? Nothing we could do about it. We tried. There's nothing we could do about it. Alright, so this is, again, an Incant floor. We don't really care about that. We don't really care about this either. This is pretty good. Honestly, you might as well, like, block a hit for us, right? Why not? We're not going to Incant on that floor. Oh, you know what? Just get this trash out of our deck, and I don't really... You got burnout too? We'll summon you up here early then, which gives us extra energy back that we can use to give you more rage. You're doing 193. It seems to be working, like, super well. 934. I do want this out here right away. The draw could be worth something. I think we're best off just doing this. I think we're going to get you on the middle floor. I think the middle floor is going to roast you. We can definitely live with this. Alright. X cards are kind of interesting on us. Honestly, I kind of like double the amount of armor on a unit. It could make our Steelworker pretty pogged. But then I'm also like an X card. Nah, I think we can make Reinforce work. It's not that insanely good, but I think it's okay. And dude, honestly, why not go draw? Capacity's not a huge problem right now. I think draw is more of it's our nemesis. Alright, I mean, we're almost at the final boss. As far as removal, we already know we don't really like these root seeds. Our standard operating procedure of exclusively taking expensive cards appears to be working out quite well. No, you can't large stone that guy. I do think you could large stone the Demon Fiend. Give you some spikes by default. Hearthstone? Oh, I mean, that's a pretty easy one. What do you got for me? We really don't want Heartless. That's it. Like, I know you're like, he's gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. I think Demon Fiend needs HP the most. The longer Demon Fiend lives, the happier we are. Now, we don't have multi-strike, so it's scaling very slowly. But again, we are giving it tons of rage. But yeah, our basic strategy of just hoping we don't draw trash and then putting rage on everything seems to be working out okay. I'm a little worried about our current Pyre situation, but we got high hopes for the time being. It depends if we get Pyre health from our next boss or not. Okay, so we know there's a couple of non-negotiables. You have to get out as soon as possible. We don't have to heal you right away because you're doing really well already. I think this floor just does work. And then you're gonna do a ton of damage, but we still want you out here. And then I'm honestly like, I know it seems weird, but we want you at the front. Because when you're at the front, you're going to die first, which means we can summon you back, which is exactly what we're looking for. Get you going as quickly as possible. There's not really a great spot for the Horned Warrior. But I would say it's probably more important to play it and maybe just put it back here. And then you can still spend a little bit there. Our tank is... Unkillable is probably not the right way to think about it, but it's definitely the way I'm looking at it. And the more rage, the merrier. Oh, good lord. Okay, so we just absolutely love that. You're gonna have 51. We might be able to get there, but we want to make sure we don't have to worry about it ever again. So there you go. We got a kill. We'll use our vent on this floor, just to ensure that you're more likely to die on the next floor. I feel like for now, this floor represents we have no problems. No problems at all. Reinforce, not really killing it. This time, everything's still going pretty well. We got no cheap imps, which is a disappointment. We want you to get pogged up this time. I know, it's weird. At least we get a kill out of it. You're doing great. You're taking 25. We don't sweat that. Let's get this guy buff. It turns out energy is a concern, because it takes us a while to get our imp engines rolling, but once we get them, we got him. Okay, so you're still doing 146. You don't really need any extra right now. I think we'd honestly rather just keep this guy pogging out of his freaking mind. 49. Extra damage? Again, you might as well spread it around. I know that it seems like that might be a backwards play, but I really disagree. We want to spread it around because we don't have multi-strike or trample, so there's no point in hitting one unit for 100 and another unit for 20 if you're attacking, you know, 4 units with 1 HP. Or 4 units with 21 HP. There we go. I knew it made sense in my head. So we love that. Has to be done. We got a good imp. We can put you at the back this time because you are going to burn out, which is what we're looking for. You do have a harvest trigger that we do not care for or care about. There we go. Some more easy kills coming. And you know what? Enjoy having an extra 40 armor. As good as Rage is, this guy is just getting out of control. A brief respite. Now, Rage matters. Might as well. This is going really well considering we have no control over it whatsoever. Well, in some scenarios. Okay, you're taking 1091. You know I'm thinking about, like, is there a way? You're dead. There's a way. Alright, that went really well. That went really, really well. I think we definitely like Awake here. I think we're going to win. This is the first time... Maybe Transcendent is good there. This is the first time in, like, the last 4 challenges when I made the final boss and been like, I think I'm good. I really wanted to go left. But whatever, okay? So what do we get rid of? Our root seeds are still pretty bad. Anything else not striking your fancy right now? Honestly, I think we're pretty good with everything else. And I don't say that lightly. I think... Let's take a look at our relics first. Demon units get multi-strike 1. That's... I mean, this is good, but that seems insanely good. We do have 2 demons. You apply melee weakness, and there's rally and incant. That's nasty. I think we'll outscale you, but melee weakness is something we gotta be very afraid of. Okay, so how do you set this? Wait, on incant you get +1, on rally you get +3. Okay, Demon Fiend is gonna get played. Rector Flicker is gonna get played. Horned Warrior. You're kind of a weirdo, but I'm putting you up here. I do have to play you, I think. Even though you might not love it right out the gates. We definitely also want you... I mean, honestly, I hate the incant on this making you insanely strong right off the bat. But it is what it is. I think we can get away with not playing this on you right off the bat. And we'll give you some spikes as well. But we're going to vent you to make sure you die, even though it consumes. Yeah, because we're going to heal you more for sure. Alright. So I think we set up, we paid a cost, but it's not that bad. Melee weakness we can work around. We can work around that. This is a terrible turn for us. Just the end. I think we basically just call this the turn. Though it bothers me. Just realize that, you know, you're not doing that much for us right now. Hold on. Hold on. So you're dying. That's no good. However, there's some energy back. You're taking 87. It's bad. You did just get 80 armor. So as weird as it sounds, I'm gonna heal you instead. It's getting busted. Oh, we have 3 demons actually. I didn't realize we had 3 demons. So you're dying. That's no good. We need to play you. You're no longer dying. You are getting quite strong though. You're doing great. We do have Unleash the Wildwood. It gets played down here. Okay, now we can start to talk about getting this run where this run needs to go. Rage 10 is a big part of that right out the gates. We don't care, like, Steelworker essentially exists to take a hit off of our champion for the time being. He's also getting insanely strong every time he gets brought back from the dead. He's now a 70 by 2. You're taking 69 damage. It's not a little bit, it's a lot. I really don't want to incant on this floor, but I'm gonna. I promise you I'm gonna. Alright, you're doing great. Keep that up. I'm gonna. It had to be done. You're probably like, narrator voice, it did not have to be done. You were wrong. It had to be done, dude. No more cards to draw? What does that mean? No more cards to draw. So you're gonna be mighty hurt. I really don't want to rally on this floor for no reason. So I hate to do it, but I think that's your play. And we'll hope to keep our Demon Fiend alive next turn. And we got what we needed to keep him alive. Which was Unleash the Wildwood. And actually, it's quite helpful as well. We got 1 extra energy. F in chat for this, please. But you know what? I wouldn't say it's nice, but at least we know what we're up against now. It's really all going to come down to Demon Fiend and our tank. Because the champ is dead. You're taking 343 damage. You don't love to see it. You're doing 35? Okay. So I'm abandoning this floor. We're doing the best we can on this floor. I think if we stack up consumes on you as much as possible, or stack up heals on you as much as possible, we're drawing a ton of them next turn, too. Regen 7. What's more important, Regen 5 or an insane amount of rage? I think it's an insane amount of rage. $500 damage incoming. 700 damage incoming. Man, we're in for a world of hurt. 1,000 damage incoming. I don't believe it. We're losing against the final boss on every single attempt. 60 damage. Yeah, well, what about this? 120? Get bodied, dummy. Get bodied. You are doing enough damage to kill me in one hit. So... You know... We tried, yet again. The lesson is never try. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'm sorry, and I'll see you next time. See ya!